I built my own custom new tab page because this is usable, but neither is it aesthetic nor hyperfunctional.
It went from looking like this to looking like this. Yo, what's crack-lacking, people? Yep, I'm still alive, barring everything that happened. But yeah, once a year is a good upload schedule. I don't know why you're complaining, with the best YouTubers have a once a year upload schedule anyways. I would say I'm more active on like other social media like Instagram and TikTok. But that's a lie. Links in the description anyways. So I know you're asking like, what is this video? I basically made my own custom new tab page because I didn't like the one that Google Chrome gave me. So yeah. Now I know what some of you all are gonna say. You're gonna be like, loads of people have made custom like new tab pages. Like they're everywhere. No, I'm gonna make my own. I'm gonna personalize it. I'm gonna make it sick-ish, minimalistic actually. But obviously, when developing anything, you always run into problems, and this is why it took me 3 months to make one custom new tab page. First things first, we have to understand why I decided to make my own. The main reason is minimalism, because there was too much going on the Chrome's new tab page, and secondly, I wanted to add my own shortcuts to make my life more efficient.
To save my eyes from light mode, I added a dark color to the background which is borrowed from YouTube's dark theme. That's already like 10 times better for the eyes. After successfully centering my div without creating a Stack Overflow account, I customized the font, which is from fonts.google.com. It looks nice, but it could be better. I know what it's missing. It's missing some animations. I added some smooth animations to the search bar, which were controlled by the key press events. The key presses required to operate the search bar are the escape key, which will unfocus the search bar, and after pressing any key, the search bar will be focused so you can continue typing. I added more cosmetic events, but I'll show you those later if we have time. I thought it would be a cool idea to add NASA's image of the day to this part of the web page, but I then found it would be very hard and I'd have to do Python web scraping too. Plus, I wanted to keep the page as minimal as possible without overcrowding it with random things just like I didn't want from the original page. They do look really nice though. Check these out. Maybe I should try and implement this in the future, just as an option. Instead of adding NASA's image of the day, I decided to add an updating time widget to the center. Plus, this is good for aesthetics because otherwise the page would be unbearingly boring. Like always when trying to program something, I consulted Google and found that the best way to get this done without learning the ins and outs of how JavaScript time works would be to copy someone else's. And so that's what I did. I found a website called timeanddate.com which creates HTML snippets for your website which you can import. I decided to take one of their snippets and go through the code line by line and find out which code was exactly needed, because the rest of it I was going to read like design myself. And so here is all that code, and that's a lot of code, and I'm sure I don't need all of it. So after a little while, I was able to get it down to this. And this is a lot better. Actually, this is so simple, I could explain to you the whole thing in 20 seconds. Here I go. We define the function myTime so we can call it from our HTML using the setInterval function to make updates to our page every 0 milliseconds, make a variable of the date, get the hours from the date, do some mathematics to format the date, add zeros where necessary, update my element title to the variable current time. All of this together leads to a beautiful result looking like this. So yeah, the page looks nice, it does what it needs to do, and well, that's it basically. Yep, you're right, the page is too boring. Let's add something so over the top it's unnecessary. So I wanted to add a mouse tracker to my page, but while doing research I found a much better idea on Stack Overflow, which is to draw dots on the page when the mouse is moved. And to give the code some meaning, I decided to make it so it only works when clicked, which means that you can basically draw on the page. Now that little update that I made may look really simple, but it took me so long and it made me learn so many things about how JavaScript works. It's been a really good experience, especially in the learning side of JavaScript. So, as I said earlier, I would get onto the extra stuff I added. I'll do some rapid fire right now and tell you things that happened, why they failed, and how I fixed them, because I never give up. I wanted the meta page title to update with the text inside the search bar, so I wrote this function to query the text from the search bar on each key press up. I changed the hover pointer on each element so that it would look different to make it obvious when you're hovering over an element that can be drawn on. An error that I had to overcome was that the HTML would not take up the entire page, which I fixed by expanding it to 100%. I added what you can call an Easter egg. When typing a smiley face, it will change the color of the text. And this is not as simple as you may think to code. First of all, you have to stop the search bar from searching, and then using a set interval, I change the color of the title. Last but definitely not least, let's jump into how the actual searching works. Here is the code. There are three main parts to this code: the searching, a slash function, which allows you to search directly for a website, and my custom shortcuts. Let's start by going directly to a link that we want. We use the slash in front of the link, and that will send us straight to the document.location. Secondly, we have searching Google, which works by taking any input that you have and adding it into the end of a Google search query. And last but definitely not least, my custom shortcuts, which means that if any of these specific texts are put in, it will go directly to the links that I want. Now, a little something that threw a huge spanner in the works. I had to make my page the new tab page of my browser, which is quite simple. You go to Chrome, Settings, search for new tab, and then set the location to the location of your HTML. Can it be that simple? No, it can't, because that's only for the home page. So when you open a new tab page, it has the old new tab page. Like always, someone would have thought of that before. So I search for an extension, new tab page, and I set my new tab page to the new tab page of the browser, which is an override for the default. Okay, I guess we're done then. No, when you open a new tab page, it will automatically focus the browser search bar. And I tried everything to stop it from doing that. But the fact is, it's built into Chromium, so you can't. So the question is, because we all know I fixed the bug, how did I fix the bug? Long story short, since the issue was a Chromium issue, and I had incentive to switch, I did. Well, in all that bug fixing, I did find out that using the Ctrl-L command will instantly highlight the address bar.
Well, I enjoyed building my custom new tab page and I've been using it ever since. If you want to use it, the code is in my GitHub and the link is in the description. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
I have more ideas for the custom new tab page, and I'll put them in a follow-up video. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments.